What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense, back once again, number 5, video-wise. In the background, you may see some comic book up. That is my man from Cali, Cali Reviews. He's a big comic book fan, and he is talking about, I think that's a Batman comic. I believe it is. Looks like Robin in the background. Yeah. If you're not familiar with his channel, check him out at Cali Reviews. Pretty good guy. He doesn't do just strictly colognes, perfumes. He does, as you can see, comic books and stuff like that also. But right now, we're going to make it hot for one individual who has picked up a lot of traction in the past months. His name is Kevin Holt, and he is from Scentual Obsessions. And the spotlight is on you, my friend. Kevin has been putting out some damn good fragrances, despite what someone else or any other people may say about his fragrances. Yes, he is a clone house. That's obvious. He does seem to have a few originals. I highly recommend Scentual Obsessions to anyone, especially anyone who's not looking to pay a shitload of money for originals and you just want to buy something to get by with, because nobody's actually going to know you're wearing a clone unless you tell them, especially if it's a good copy of the original. So for people to get butthurt by what Kevin is doing, it's not understandable to me. But Kevin, I say keep doing what you're doing, my friend, and whether or not you run out of things to clone or copy or whatever you want to call it, you still doing what you love to do, and can't nobody take that away from you. People out there who are throwing shade and salt your way are just angry and bitter that their lives are what it is right now, and they caused that on themselves. So sometimes you have to hold the mirror up to yourself and see what did you do in your past life that makes people hate you or not like you so much. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm always accessible. You can call me, you can talk to me. If you feel like I'm talking to you directly, if the shoe fits, wear it. It is what it is. So let's move on. I have a few of Kevin's fragrances. I didn't want to dig too much as I was going through these many boxes that I have of his. This is not all of them. I have more fragrances behind me on my shelf, on my dresser, but the ones I picked out are the ones that I can reach back behind me and grab the clone of and do a comparison. So this is a comparison video, and the spotlight is on you, Kevin Holt. So stay tuned. So first up, he did his rendition or formulation of La Nuit de l'Homme. And as I was spraying these, I came to an early conclusion that this one in particular is not nearly as close, his version, to this at all. And I don't know whether it's just the batch or something was left out. It smells nothing like La Nuit de l'Homme. And I actually have watched a video the other day while I was at work, or I listened to one, and somebody else said the same thing, that it's not nearly as close as it should be. It actually smells like a watered down version of La Nuit de l'Homme. It doesn't have that strength, that backbone, that cardamom that we all know and love. There's a faint hint of it, but it doesn't smell anywhere near as close. So on this one, I'm going to have to say that this one may need to be tweaked a little bit, Kevin. I don't know if you're getting the same thing I'm getting, but this one is nowhere near as close to La Nuit de l'Homme as we all would love it to be. I haven't used that much of mine, so I'll have this for a while. So I'm not really too hurt about the fact that this one isn't as good as the original, but I would have been disappointed if I was thinking that if I ran out of this and I ordered his version of it, and I'm thinking that that's what I'm finna get, and I got this, I would have really been disappointed. Now, Kevin is good about fixing the issue because I'm pretty sure if he knows that this isn't as close, he would fix it. So hopefully if he sees this video, he can test it himself, see what happens, and find out what went wrong. But first, that's not close enough. So that one is a fail. His formulation of La Nuit de l'Homme, that's a fail. Next up, a heavy hitter, Dior Sauvage. And this is the Eau de Parfum concentration. I don't know what formulation Kevin's version is. I don't know if it's the EDT, the EDP, the Parfum, or whatever. But I have both here on the dry down. Sauvage, man. Dior Sauvage. Oh my God. Now, I will say on the opening of this one, I'm assuming this is the EDT version. On the opening, it smelled damn near identical to the one I have, scent-wise. No, I think I was getting my Dior Sauvage when I sprayed it because I sprayed mine first. The opening is not close enough. Let me spray it on skin. Find a spot. Let's see. It's not close enough. I can get whiffs and notes, slight notes, or I can get hints of Dior Sauvage from this, but I don't get the ambroxan. I get everything else. I don't get the most important part of Dior Sauvage, which is that ambroxan shot that you get. I don't get that with Kevin's version. And which for some people, I will say that this is more wearable. If people, I've heard people say that it gives them a headache, this ambroxan. It used to give me the headache, also, the EDT version. The Eau de Parfum version is a lot more wearable to me. But I don't get that strong ambroxan note that you get from the original in this one. So I will say that as far as it smelling identical to the original, no. But for somebody who doesn't like the ambroxan note or doesn't want it to be as sharp, this is a pass. It does smell like Sauvage, it's just without that heavy ambroxan note. So I give this one a pass. So Kevin, you got this one. It's not as close as people may think it is. So if you want it closer, then Kevin would probably have to tweak it to get that ambroxan back in this. But I don't get it. I don't get that sharp ambroxan in this one. So it passes, but if you're looking for a direct clone, this is not it. And I'm not knocking Kevin in any way or his fragrances. I'm just giving you guys the up and the real, the 100. The first two I got are not even remotely close as you would think they are. So last but not least, I do have, I think, a decant of Millesime Imperial. I didn't dig for it. So the next best thing is Sean John's Unforgivable. And I know this is kind of cheating, but to me, they do smell similar. But The Sean John Unforgivable is more soapy than anything. So I don't think it's a close enough comparison. Um, so that one, I actually like Kevin's version of Millesime Imperial over my Sean John Unforgivable, but I can't even sit here and tell you guys that I know exactly that it smells like Millesime Imperial because I don't remember what it smells like and I have to find that decant. So I may have to dig for it and do a whole separate video. But compared to Sean John Unforgivable, which is supposedly, and I've been quoted to say that also, that it smells similar to it, it's not close enough. On the opening, yes. The dry down, no. Unforgivable smells more soapy and clean than anything. You get that sweetness when it comes from Kevin's version of Millesime Imperial. It's more wearable. It's more gentlemanly. Now, Love and Luck is supposedly also a clone of it. And on the opening, I can say it's not close at all either. Love and Luck is more, it's a lot harsher than Kevin's version of Millesime Imperial. So I would have to give Kevin's version the pass on that one also. Over Unforgivable and Love and Luck, I would choose Kevin's version of Millesime Imperial, hands down, because of the sweetness. I love that sweetness in it. So L'Ennui de l'Homme, his version is a no-go. His version of Dior Sauvage passes. I give it a B. Just because it doesn't have the ambroxan note in it. If it had that ambroxan, that strong ambroxan shot, it would get an A from me. But I give it a B minus. Millesime Imperial gets an A from me. But until I get my hands on my decant, if I have one, I would have to give it a B. Just to be fair. It's better than Unforgivable and Love and Luck, in my opinion. Love and Luck, it depends on what you're going for. If you're going for the soapiness and you want to smell clean, then go for this one. But if you want to go in a different route, I would go with Love and Luck. But Kevin's version is much, much better than both of those. So I'd honestly pick this one. I mean, it's not pricey at all. You can get a full bottle presentation. It may not be 100 ml size bottle. I'm not sure what all sizes Kevin sells, but it may not be 100 ml, but you can get a decent sized bottle of this and it'll last you for a while. So hell, even his decants aren't bad. So whatever the case may be, this has been, the spotlight is on Kevin Holt from Scentual Obsessions. Kevin, despite what happened here, your fragrances are A1, my friend. I would choose your fragrance company over a lot of these other fragrance companies any day. I will say, to be honest, a subscriber asked me the other day, would I choose Scentual Obsessions or Alexandria? And I did tell him that I would choose Alexandria, only for the simple fact that sometimes I understand the process. You explained it to me. Not everybody gets it. Not everybody understands. And people also are saying that if they're spending their money on a fragrance from you, that when it comes, they want to be able to spray and go, not let it sit for however long it has to sit. I understand the process. Not everyone gets it. I understand where they're coming from also, though. But the only reason why I said I would go with Alexandria is because this specific person said that he wants something that he's going to be able to receive, spray, and go. So with that being said, once you get everything established like you want to, and you can get fragrances in or get them matured at a rate where you can keep up with the supply and demand part of it, then I would hands down choose your company over anybody else's. But for now, Kevin is pretty good. I like Kevin from Scentual Obsession. He's a pretty good guy as far as I know. Other people may beg to differ, but for the most part, give him a shot. Maybe he'll send you a sample or two of something if you reach out to him. Don't just reach out to him and be mean and angry and, you know what I'm saying, say harsh things to him and thinking you're going to get something for free. It doesn't work like that. I can see if you want to sample something before you purchase something, he may be able to send you a decan of something. So it just depends. So Kevin, I salute you, my friend. Shout out to you. Cali Reviews, shout out to you, my friend. Hopefully we all can get together, me, you, and Cali Gent, which is the one in the middle here, can get together and do this live stream and get it popping. This has been your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. Here's to smelling great. Peace.